Hello, I'm Bruce Harters, and this is Voices in the Village. Today we have Dan Predoehl, the Director Emeritus of the Emeritus Institute here in the good old village of Laguna Woods. Dan, thanks for coming and welcome to Voices in the Village.
Thanks for having me, Bruce. It's a pleasure to be here today. I appreciate the invite.
Great. I understand you're fairly new in your position. Tell us a little bit about your background, where you came from and what you did there and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm not necessarily new to Southern California, but this is my second time down here. I grew up in the Northwest, south of Seattle, and then also completed my bachelor's degree down in Portland, Oregon, which is where I spent the last 5 years or so of my career. I had come down to Southern California in the early 2000s to complete my master's degree in higher education administration over at Azusa Pacific University. And since then, I've worked in a few different types of colleges, but really did want to get back down specifically to the Southern California Community College District.
Mm-hmm. So you're enjoying it so far?
I love it down here, not only for the weather and the great people I work with, but the college has been fantastic. It's felt like family right off the get-go, and that's really important to me. It's been a great place to work.
Well, you're part of a very prestigious, interesting place called Saddleback College. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. Saddleback College is known as the top-of-mind choice for community college education within Southern California, specifically in South Orange County. Right now, we're focusing a lot on economic and workforce development, meaning that we are connecting our degree plans with actual skill-based education so that students are coming out of their programs either ready to transfer or to go into specific types of professions. So we want to be one of the leaders in preparing individuals of any age for their next step in their career or educational journey.
Do you feel that there are a lot of cases where when they finish their, what is it, a 2-year program basically, that they're ready to go out and hit the road running? In
many places there are. We have what's called career and technical education that are job readiness types of programs where people can move right into a profession. So it's an excellent springboard to moving into a career or to transferring to a 4-year university.
Well, there's been a lot of talk out there about whether people ought to go to college or not. But if they do want to do something in their life, they should go to a school like Saddleback, where even to learn a trade or learn a specific, so they don't graduate with a degree that has no value out there in the workplace.
Absolutely, I would agree with you. Saddleback College is one of those institutions that prepares individuals for not only their career, but also prepares them with those soft skills that make students attractive to all employers.
Mm-hmm. So important, more and more every day, it
Absolutely.
seems like. Well, what types of courses are involved with the Institute? And for that matter, what is this Institute all about?
Sure, so I'm so excited to be able to talk about the Emeritus Institute whenever I get the chance. So the Emeritus Institute started in 1976 and was primarily geared to help with the physical needs of aging older adults, particularly here right around Laguna Woods Village. Now that we're coming up on our 40th year anniversary next year in 2016, I'm so happy to be able to say how robust of a program we are now able to offer. We offer classes in healthy aging, in painting, ceramics, political science, philosophy, types of courses that engage students academically, mentally, physically, and emotionally. So we run the gamut of different types of courses that are particularly geared for lifelong learners.
Do you see that people, I mean, this is sort of a unique group of people here in the village.
Sure.
Sort of a unique age group, so to speak. Do you find people gravitating to certain things based on what they did in their regular life, so to speak, or are they going out and trying to seek new vistas, so to speak?
I'm so glad you asked that, actually, because this is one of the most unique things about the Emeritus Institute, in that we encourage our students to seek out new opportunities to engage in further education. So we have students taking a pastel painting course where they were an engineer probably previously in their career. Or we have individuals who are interested in engaging their whole body through an exercise class like yoga, where they may have sat at their desk their whole life. So one of the most beautiful things about the Emeritus Institute is that it gives older adults a safe place to engage in new education that may have been outside of the realm of their career or personal life before they retired.
Do you have a lot of people coming in and saying, gee, you know, I don't know, I've looked at your catalog, I don't know what to take, I'm kind of trying to figure out what would be best for me. Do you spend quite a bit of time helping people through that kind of an operation?
Here and there, frankly, you know, with having an office directly in Clubhouse 4 here in the village, we have a number of individuals who walk in daily and ask for assistance like that of, hey, can you tell me about this instructor, or what are kind of the goals that I would accomplish through taking this class? So our staff is adept and willing to assist any individual who calls or walks into the office to help explain a little bit more about those classes.
Well, it takes a unique staff to be able to do something like that, I'm sure. I mean, they must very much enjoy helping people in that way.
Yeah, absolutely. You hit the nail on the head there. Our staff have been collectively within the Emeritus Institute, I believe, for almost a total of 20 years now. So their combined experience in assisting older adults, particularly for this type of education, is phenomenal. There is typically not a problem with which we can't find a solution.
Fantastic. Well, interestingly enough, your work, the Emeritus work, is not just here in Laguna Woods, is it?
Correct.
It's spread out. Where is it spread out?
Sure. So within Laguna Woods Village particularly, we are able to offer 100 different sections of courses each semester. So I would say Laguna Woods Village is one of the central hubs of the Emeritus Institute. But spread throughout South Orange County, even particularly this semester, we have 186 different sections of classes. Those may be as far north as the Florence Sylvester Senior Center and Laguna Woods Village, and as far south as San Clemente.
Wow.
So throughout that area, we have a number of sites, almost 25 in fact.
So among those 25 sites, how many students would there be cumulatively?
Sure, across all of the sites within the Emeritus Institute right now, we have about 5,200 students in our program. But we are continuing to grow, and that's one of the main goals.
Well, that was what I was going to ask you. What are some of your main goals as you look at your new job?
Sure. So, you know, like I mentioned, it took me a little bit of time to get my feet on the ground and get my hands around what the Emeritus Institute is. And now that I have a clear vision of what we are doing here, creating those academically rigorous and mentally stimulating, socially engaging, and physically strengthening courses, we have a really good opportunity, one, to expand the program throughout South Orange County. And what I mean by this, we have two different types of goals. One, to make sure students are enrolling and then coming back the next semester. We want students to continue with us. It's not a one and done type of program.
Right.
Because it's lifelong learning. But secondly as well, we are continuing to expand our curriculum and our teaching sites throughout South Orange County. So that's one of my primary goals given to me by the college administration.
Right. Well, those are pretty ambitious goals, that's for sure. And you have to really look to your motherhood, your mother, Saddleback College, for a lot of support, that's for sure. And how do people go about actually signing up for one of these courses very quickly?
Sure, the easiest way is to visit our website, which is saddleback.edu/emeritus, or to visit one of the offices.
Sounds fantastic. Well, Dan, thank you so much for coming by, and we'll look forward to following your achievements as we go down the road. We'll have to have you back again sometime.
Sounds good. Thanks again, Bruce.
This is Bruce Harders again saying, I hope you've enjoyed Voices in the Village. See you next time.